Hello and welcome to the latest update on my task to try and get some land off Liverpool City Council to relocate all the Kensington Vision projects, which includes Liverpool Community Radio, the Croissant of Inequality Community Cafe, On Your Bike project, and the Community Bakery onto a plot of land on Prescott Road. So quick update really, it's probably about 2 weeks since it's been on. We had 24 people look at it. And when I was down at the Granby Street Market on Saturday, a couple of people said they'd watched the video. But a lot of people who've actually read the stuff online on the Croissant page were all sorts of, have all been very enthusiastic about it and, you know, backing me up, saying it should be done, and they don't know why the council haven't given us the land, etc., etc. We had about 1,700 people look at that post, and the likelihood is I'll probably set up a separate group for people to contribute to or comment on or anything like that. So the big plan is to move everything over to this piece of land. If the council will give it to us as a community asset transfer, which is something, if you read the paperwork that they put on their website, they say they do, but it seems like it's not as easy as saying you're a community social enterprise and there's a piece of land that you haven't done anything with for 18 years. How's about giving it to us? The simple answer to that is you get a response, and then 3 weeks later there's no response. You send another email, they don't even acknowledge that they've got that email. I've been warned about the way the council work. So since then I've had a couple of meetings with people, most notably Gaynor Williams from the Lister Library Steps, the old Steps, Lister Steps project, which, if you don't know, situated on Green Lane in the old Carnegie Library, which was left to rack and ruin, to fall apart. Grade 2 Lister building, the council just ignored it. It was basically, you know, full of vandalism, full of rain, ingress, I think you call it. And after a while, Gaynor and the project decided to take it on board. They got lots of money to do it up, and it's a fantastic project. If you ever want anything to do in a weekday or on a Friday night, they have lots of stuff like jazz bands and bingo and quiz nights. She sort of got in touch with me to say, look, you know, we think your idea is brilliant. Come down, have a chat with us, and we might be able to sort of give you a push in the right direction. And the chat was last Monday it was, and it was very informative. She basically summed it up that the council are good to have on your side, but they're not very creative or forward thinking with things like this. They just let a building go to rack and ruin. And we're probably, this Liverpool Community Radio, going to be doing some work with them in the not too distant future. Lovely ordinary woman who has managed to persuade people to give the project several million quid. But even Lister Steps are still sort of chasing money to keep the whole activities going, which is a lot of the problems with community social enterprises. You can get money to build buildings, but obviously people need to be paid to deliver these services. You know, stuff doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, so one of the things he suggested was to read the city plan. That's what she did. So she made sure what she was asking for fitted within the councillor's, you know, rosy tinted view of what the city should be. So obviously went online, looked up. The current city plan was put together by our previous mayor, Joanne Anderson, and it all sounds great on paper. When you live in Kensington, you see the difference between reality and rhetoric. You can write loads of things down, you know, quoting the triple lock of all the stuff they'll be doing, and then you look at it on a day-to-day basis, and you know what's going on. Kensington is an area where there hasn't even got a bike lane. You know, very unhealthy place to live on the pollution front. Anyway, so that gave me a little bit of a spring to my step, really. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to check out. One of the things the council said was that we might be able to give you this land because it was bought with something called HMRI money, which is housing market renewal, and it was something that went on till 2010 till the Tories got in, and they stopped it, which left the council with loads of boarded up houses or pieces of land like this one we're after, which there was no money to actually do things with. That was 2010. This land was actually bought in 2005. So they had 5 years there to do something with it. And then they've had another 13 years with this piece of land to actually turn it into housing. Although, in reality, there's not many houses you could fit on this. It's about 40 foot by 40 foot piece of land. So you're not going to ease the housing problem in Liverpool with this. So we're hoping they're going to come back and say, oh yeah, you know, we can consider it for a community asset transfer. That's what I'd do if I had the land and I wanted someone to have it and do something with. The reality is, though, what I've had to do is go around looking for land that was bought with HMRI money, which was never used for housing. And the one that sticks in my mind mostly because it's across the road from where we are in Holt Road is the Edge Hill Health Centre, which was built on land that was paid for with HMRI money. And of course, it's a health centre, it's not housing. So I've been sending freedom of information questions to Merseycare, who built the building, asking them how much they pay for the land and how they managed to persuade the council to let them build non-housing projects on it. The other piece of land that's quite notable, we haven't done anything about this, is if you know Liverpool football ground, there's that plaza at the back, which is obviously not housing, but it was built on HMRI bought property. So it's the same thing there. You know, how much did Liverpool pay for it and why hasn't it got houses on it? Okay, so that's more or less roughly where we are. I've had lots of encouragement from like friends and colleagues like Robbie Davison from Cancu, who came in last week to do a Kenny Island disc, 10th anniversary Kenny Island disc. So if you're interested in getting involved with this, pass this video on, share the video with other people, and I'm going to try and keep these up on a weekly basis. Sometimes something might have happened, but I'll still sort of give you the update on where we are. And it's hard to keep your enthusiasm when there's not much happening and people don't respond to your emails, isn't it? Okay, so if you drop me a line, sfaragher, SFARAGHER @hotmail.com. Call into the cafe, call into the radio station. There's likely to be some sort of community meeting in the next 2 weeks, so I can say I've consulted the local community and they all think it's a good idea. I've still yet to meet someone who says it's a bad idea as well. So that's me signing off now in the shadow of the Littlewoods building. Again, giving away £1 million building, which was allowed to burn down, which is full of asbestos, by the way. No one says that. And I'll see you soon.